whatever. I said, bigger than Mahomes, $500 million. And he was like, yeah, I think it's bigger than that. I'm like, I don't see how that could be.
Yeah, that would never be the case.
I thought Jalen Hurts or whatever just signed whatever, the new biggest whatever. Like every year it's a new quarterback.
Oh, yeah,
signing
Jalen Hurts
did
did it, and then Mahomes went after him. Mahomes,
all right.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's pretty crazy how quickly this quarter, like, I felt like for a long time the NFL wasn't as competitive on an annual basis for, like, their biggest stars.
Whatever this
but now,
just
like,
said, he's got Herbert at the top of the list.
Oh,
Really?
it does, wow.
52 a year?
Yeah.
Or no.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say. What's the
just
guaranteed
below.
money? That's
It's
really
a 5-year 52. So whatever Mahomes was
5 year 52 a year?
Yeah.
So it's 262.
Holy
262
shit.
million for 5 years.
That is the biggest contract of all time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, and NBA players are making that. Like, so finally, NFL caught up to NBA players.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mahomes is way down here on the list, dude. He's number 8.
Wow, that was fat. I mean, he
Look
signed
how
that deal
much-
last year.
Every person.
Fuck, dude.
That's the way the NFL works, though.
Holy
Every new
shit.
person who signs, and that's the way their whole like bargaining agreement is meant to kind of do it, because every quarterback just says, "Cool," but when it's my turn to sign, I'll get a bigger contract.
Yeah.
So they don't have the crab mentality. They're like, "Yeah, dude, pay Kirk Cousins $100 million, please." Because when I base my numbers and say, "Well, you're paying Kirk Cousins $100 million,"
I remember it was like a big deal that like Matt Castle got like a fucking whatever $60 million 3-year deal after that one season with the Patriots
When
where he filled
Brady
with
was
Tom
hurt.
Brady.
Yeah.
And then that just got blown out of the water. Yeah, Deshaun Watson's. That's right. He had like a $230 million contract.
Is he still worth
Is
anything?
making $1 million more a year than Mahomes.
Mahomes?
Yeah.
Mahomes has 2 rings. Watson has like 38 allegations.
The contract
talking
that his
about?
lawyer got him or his agent got
Hasn't
him
played in 18 months.
is amazing. Like, it's one of the best
Well-
ironclad contracts in sports.
Well, the thing about his contract is like, because women were like pissed off, like, how could you NFL pay him all this money? He's a rapist. He settled 32 of the 33 charges against him, like monetarily.
that one that's a bitch.
It's like you need those women want him to get that contract so he can pay the settlement.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like as a woman, I think
Deferred.
you would want him to get that contract
Yeah.
to pay off the women who accused him that they settled for.
Deep pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the way down. Oh, no, number 4.
Of course, Aaron Rodgers is going to bilk the Jets and stink up the joint, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have shit to work with anyway.
That's a good point.
They had that blonde kid with a hot mom.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
He had a good one game and then fucking 6 dumpers and they benched him.
But his mom was hot.
That counts for a lot in my
It
book.
does. And with his age, what is she, like 38? Like, who
Probably.
knows?
Yeah,
You
she's
know?
probably younger than I am. Oh, how sad is that?
Yeah, it's getting scary.
Are we rolling?
yeah, I've been rolling, but
Oh,
you
okay.
can start
shit.
us off. You
All
can
right.
decide if you
All
want
right,
to
guys. I
use
like
any
that.
football talk or not.
I like that. Yeah, fucking keep it all in. I don't give a shit. You know, I like the rolling start.
Right?
All right, guys. Welcome to the Ready, Set, Blow podcast, episode 368 with my man, Paul Roseberry, and
Yo.
producer extraordinaire Mike Nell, Second Floor Studios. We're back. Roseberry.
Yeah.
An easy name to say, and people fuck it up worse than mine.
Every time.
It's always Rosenberry.
Always.
You don't look Jewish, and you definitely sound like you're from New England, so that would
Yeah.
probably make you Roman Catholic, but yet they butcher it up.
And I just go with it, man. I'll do bar mitzvahs. You know what I mean? I'm available, dude. You can hire me out. I ain't mad at it.
Some people take real offense to that when like you bring them up and they pronounce your name wrong. I'm like, I don't care. I'll get up there and say it right. You know, like I'll fix it. You know,
cares?
I'm not famous enough yet to give a shit. And by the time I get famous enough, you won't fuck it up. You know, so it's
And
really
if that's what you leave remembering, I failed.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
what I mean?
My wrong last name.
I'm just getting started. I'm not gonna say anything better, more poignant.
I know
than,
exactly.
You know, who
exactly.
cares?
So how long you been out here now, man?
So I've been out here a total of 9 years.
Okay.
But I was here from like 03 to 08, and then I moved to New York City, and for 7 years, Boston for 2, and then I came back 4 years ago.
Then back. I'll say you like just 4 years ago.
Yeah.
What
18?
month? Because I got here like
Four
at
and
the
a
end of
half years.
July.
I got here so like 4.5 years ago.
All right, so you just
Yeah.
beat me. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
But we met in Boston just before I
Oh
left.
yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. I remember that.
What was that show? I forget, but the one on what's that shopping strip in Boston? That
Oh,
really...
Faneuil Hall. What did we do?
No, Alex and I, the guys from Comedy Party, we had a cool show.
Oh,
What's that street? Everybody shops. in Boston?
Newbury.
Yes.
Newbury
yes.
Street.
Yes. That was an awesome show. I really
shout out
enjoyed that.
Alex Giampapa, still doing it. GM Daddy.
Yeah. Ben Quick might still be around.
Ben Quick. Fuck,
Yeah.
I haven't thought about him in ages. There's a lot of guys you lose touch with over the years. It's fucking pretty crazy. Like even close friends of mine, who I still consider close friends, I'll just go 2 years without speaking to them, and I just forget. Like,
those
it's
are some of my
hey,
best friends.
Yeah,
those are the ones who it feels like a week. You don't care.
That's actually the mark of a true friend. I feel like if you haven't been in touch with them for a grip, and then you just call them up, and the conversation picks up where it ended,
right,
you know,
where it
18
was.
months ago or whatever.
Go to lunch, grab a couple beers, start laughing like it was yesterday, and then move on.
Exactly.
No problem.
Exactly.
It's the ones you got to put work into that sucks. I don't want to maintain.
Yeah. You know what I find weird is when a friend of yours, especially as a guy, I mean, I can see how women would do this, but as a guy, if your male friend, like, oh, how come you haven't called me in a while? What are we, fucking dating? You know, like, I need to like, you know, manage your feelings as a man.
Dude, my girl all the time, she'll always be like, oh, so wait, your buddy's having a kid? Like, when and what name and all this? And I was like, I have no idea.
Who gives a fuck?
She's like, you guys don't ask each other? We're like, we don't know. We don't talk about anything.
No, I'm not going to the fucking baby shower. That's for
I don't
chicks,
want to know.
dude. Yeah.
Don't fill me in.
He's probably not happy about it either. We're going to celebrate his life going down the tubes. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Guys don't want to know. We don't. You know, I'll see you when I see you. And I always say, it's weird. When you're a kid, you see in a movie, you see some like hard old man who's like, I got enough friends. And you're like, oh man, that's so sad. I don't want to be old and hard like that. Now that I'm an adult, dude, I know like 3 people.
Dude, it gets harder and harder to maintain friendships. I mean, life comes at you fast. You got a lot of, we got a lot of shit going on in comedy.
Yeah.
You got your personal life. You got fucking, you know, maybe you got a day job. Like, it's hard to fit in fucking showering for me at this point. Like, my day is jam packed.
Yes.
You know, I don't have time for, you know, to go for a 90-minute coffee in the middle of the day. Like, you know, with a buddy of mine who I haven't seen in 2.5 years. Like, if he's in town, I'll make some time.
Sure.
You know? But that's actually the funny thing. Like, if it's a friend, like I have friends in like North Hollywood that I haven't seen in a year. But because they're so close, it's like, oh, I can always just go over there and see them.
I will.
But like I'll go back to Boston twice here, and I'll see all my friends there because it's like, oh, I have to go back to Boston, and if I'm back in Boston,
you're squeezing it in.
But if it's close, it's like I could always go there tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes.
It's been 2 years. If you're not doing what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, when I'm doing it, I don't see how we could be friends.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not me being a prick. It's just that like I do a lot of comedy. Like where, you know, like if you're a comedian and you're doing a show and I'm gonna be there, definitely we can hang.
Yeah.
If not, I don't what
Yeah. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
DM? I guess. Send me a funny meme. That's how buddies keep up now.
Yeah.
We don't ask each other, how's your wife doing? How's the kids? How's work?
Yeah, I don't care about your wife.
Memes. Memes, dude. Memes and like
fuck your shitty kids. Send me a funny meme.
Send me a funny meme. That's how I know you're still cool. Make it like a little bit off color. You know, like disturbing a little bit where I gotta pick and choose who I can share it with from you.
Make it so fucked up that if I share it, I'm gonna get like an Instagram violation.
Yeah,
That's how dirty I like.
If I go
memes.
to comment, it's gonna say, "Please remember the guidelines of the community."
Yeah, when it warns you right before you send it.
Have you ever had a comment? Have you ever had Instagram speed bump you on a comment being like, are you sure you want to send this?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure? Because a lot of comments like this have been flagged and shut down.
I've had them do that to me a lot on
send
hashtags.
Yeah.
Like I'm like hashtag butt plug. They're like,
I was gonna ask.
You know, this hashtag has been violated a bunch. I'm like, God damn it.
Send it.
So I got to send it with like that weird German U with the 2 dots on top of it.
Boot plug.
Yeah, exactly. Because it won't catch that. You know. Butt stuff Mondays with a butte stuff Monday.
They know Germans are into weird stuff, dude. They're not. They just stop blocking anything in Germany. They're like,
and you can't use cunt anywhere on Instagram. Well,
I didn't know that. But,
well, look, I'm getting this secondhand from our buddy David Hahn. So because he's gotten banned from Instagram for like a month for using the word cunt in comment, like in DMs, not even like
in DMs,
not even like even like in a comment or on a post. Yeah.
I'm going to comment him cunt today. I love David Hahn. No, I am. I'm going to see if it shuts him down or me. Imagine it shuts him down because he's getting it. It's like receiving stolen goods is just as bad as...
Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to finagle that so I could just fuck with my friends, get some of them shut off.
Yeah, right?
My clean comic friends, get them
Open
busted for
accounts,
once. Yeah, see what it's like to be me.
Tagging them in them.
It's not fair to the British community.
I know.
You just throw around cunt. Hey, cunt. All these silly cunt.
Yeah. They say it like dude.
I know. I'm saying that's Mark Hayes' whole act, dude.
Monitoring
dude.
the N-word
that cunt
between
over
white
there?
people and black people, if you want to get down to the nitty-gritty, is interesting too.
What is it?
I haven't heard a lot of black people use the C-bomb, which is
Oh no, the N-bomb.
British blacks.
Oh well, black people can
yeah.
say whatever they want when it comes to that.
Anything
right.
they want ever.
But they can use it. But how does the AI know? They're like, hey,
Wow.
that was David Lucas who said it, so it's cool.
Good point,
That's
dude.
Randy who said it, and we have to cancel
Interesting.
him.
Yeah. So
How does the AI know it? Like somehow hears the word and scans the color of the person saying it.
No
Like, no, that's
problem.
cool. But if I say it, it's like blocked. You know, like what? How does it figure that out?
Did you ever see years ago on Google, somebody Googled a white guy stole my car? And then it said, "Did you mean a black guy stole your car?"
Wow.
And it's an internet fame. Like you can Google it right now. It's like in the Google images. Like they've changed the algorithm, but
Did
yeah,
you
they were
mean-
still figuring. Swear to God.
Google's old AI was racist.
It was, and was is generous.
Yeah.
It might is still
Well,
be.
I mean, now they say that. I know this is a big thing, like a year or two ago, when face recognition was like the new, was becoming more ubiquitous.
Yeah.
It used to be like your phone, like you'd open your phone with your thumb, right? But now, like most people just do it with their face.
Yeah.
And I remember Apple's taking a lot of shit in China because people were able to get like
Each other's
like
phones.
like somebody's mom could open up their phone, and it's like I was like, oh, that's racist. And it's like I don't know, man. Like AI wasn't specific enough that. If you both have the same shape head and same color hair,
Yeah, same
like how
symmetry. Like
yeah, it's just what like the AI can't be racist because it's just a math algorithm. Like it's not like anyone went in there and said, oh,
No, but the people who programmed it decided to scan 100 white faces for all their different features, and then they were like, Tina, come over here, get in line.
but to be fair, the Asians are the ones who built it. I mean, all those were built in Foxconn.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
how could it
Well,
be racist against
that's
Chinese
the
people if the
physical.
Chinese are the ones who built it?
I think they did the physical though. I don't know if they did
they
the
didn't
actual
put the
hands-on.
inputting.
But with that all looks alike, I also noticed years ago, because remember it used to be like black people would be like, white people think we all look alike. You ever remember though, movies like The Nutty Professor, Medea, these are all movies where one black guy
Played every
would play
character.
every black character in the movie, male, female, old, young.
Yeah,
You gotta admit, a couple must look a little
Yeah,
alike.
but
If you-
also, how fucked up is that? How fucked up is that? That they're instead of hiring a cast of 10 black people, they just hired one and put makeup on him or her.
Where was the union on that
Yeah,
shit?
exactly.
Come on. What
Well,
the hell?
I'm sure Martin Lawrence is like, no, I'll take the bigger check in all the
I'll
roles.
take all the
Yeah,
checks.
exactly.
I'll get all the checks. You can send it to 9 different, LLCs.
Yeah. Well, that was also the conspiracy theory. I don't know if it still holds now, but they had this whole theory back in the day that any black male actor, if he got famous enough, they would eventually make him dress up as a woman in a title role to like sort of like knock him down a peg. And if you think about it, I mean,
God.
Eddie Murphy did it.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence did
Yeah.
it. Obviously, Medea. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
what that's
yeah,
about.
Tyler Perry.
But the Medea one's interesting because Tyler Perry was one who made those movies, so he kind of fed into the
He liked
stereotype.
it. He just
Fed into
liked
the
it.
conspiracy
He had
theory.
the dress already.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been wanting to use this. I've been making these videos at home for years. I might as well.
At what point do you think he gets tired of that shit? Like, he must have made 40 Medea movies.
Dude, day one or never. I don't know. He's
Well,
either...
when you're cashing those kind of checks, I'm sure you don't care.
Doesn't get
but
old.
at some point, it's like, all right, aren't I pandering here a little bit?
Well, remember when who was the remember when Wayne Brady was on Chappelle's show and he just broke character for a minute. He's like, everyone knows me as the happiest, friendliest game show host. Wayne Brady got a smack a bitch.
Yo,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? He just all of a sudden was like, guess what else is in me?
Probably his funniest work.
Dude, it was awesome. It was just so nice to see such a nice guy ask
Play a
Dave
bad guy.
Chappelle,
Yeah.
do you want to get wet? You want to smoke some PCP or not? And he started off all nice and he's still looking at Dave like, oh yeah, but fuck,
Exactly. Exactly.
that shit was awesome.
Yeah.
So I would love to see if Tyler Perry one day has his episode of Chappelle's show. Is he going to come out on something?
Yeah,
and
is he
just,
going to like guest host SNL and become the villain for a stretch?
Yeah,
You know?
nasty.
I think that's actually the mark of a really good actor in a lot of ways. Like,
Right.
I think one of my favorite roles that Tom Cruise ever did was playing Les Grossman in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Because he's usually like, the hero or whatever, but he just plays a fucking asshole in that.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious.
He did a great job.
Hilarious.
How about was it? What was it? Adaptation when he was doing Respect the Cock.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? That was great too. That
Yeah.
was like totally out of nowhere. He's doing this like all male testosterone motivational speaker, and it was like, oh shit, Top Gun, way to go. That's
Exactly.
nice to know that's in you.
Dude, Denzel won his first Academy Award
Yeah.
playing the villain in Training Day, which was tremendous.
Tyler Perry did do an action movie in 2012 called Alex Cross.
I'm sure it got fucking
didn't hear so much.
negative
Exactly.
reviews on
And then
Rotten
Medea
Tomatoes.
came out and he was like, "Give me the dress, son."
Terrible. Yeah. This shit ain't gonna make my quote. I gotta go back to being Medea.
Medea killed my brother? Oh my god. Don't even look into it. Don't even investigate.
What if he does like Medea goes trans? You know, like kind of like Ernest, but
Yeah. Medea's like, if you've ever been wondering, I'm full on down there.
Exactly, yeah.
This dress fits.
yeah.
if you
Guess
know
what?
I mean.
I've been a man the whole time.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was actually
I was
playing
a
the
cross-dressing grandma.
man. Yeah, I've never had a penis.
Dude, I know, right? Dude, speaking of actors, guess who died today, man? Pee Wee Herman.
No.
Yeah, dude,
What
Pee
the
Wee
hell?
Herman's gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
They killed him in that movie
Shout out
theater
Paul
30
Rubin.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul
R.I.P.
Rubin.
jerking off on people in the movie theater.
On people?
Well, I mean, they were around people.
I'd like to think.
Which,
he got
by the
on.
way, think about how hard it was back in the day to get a nut off if you wanted to watch porn. He had to go to a fucking theater.
Well, theaters used to be where you would go.
I
and
know, but
it was
imagine
a
that.
group thing.
Imagine that. It's like, I want to go jerk off. I got to go to a public theater.
Yeah, what a strange.
I want to watch porn. I got to go sit next to another creep who wants to watch
I
porn.
don't even think I could get hard, dude.
No, especially
in
that
a
theater.
theater.
What do they pay that cleaning guy? Does that guy get hazard pay?
Oh,
He's
and
in
it
there in a
wasn't-
hazmat suit?
He wasn't watching Bambi. This was a stroke theater. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean? This was like what they did down there. But like, why couldn't they just leave the guy alone? You know what I mean?
know.
Like it was such a fun show, dude. Did you
Of
watch
course, dude.
Pee Wee's Playhouse?
Of course, I remember the big foil ball he had. I loved, and the rubber band ball. I don't know why, but he like collected dumb shit, and the foil ball and the rubber band ball are my faves.
Dude, I liked Terry the pterodactyl. That was kind of fun. Dude, his bike was dope.
Oh, the grown man tricycle.
Yeah, well, the one that got stolen in Pee Wee's Big
Oh
Adventure.
yeah.
There is no
He had
basement
like
in the
he had like a
Alamo.
beach cruiser back before beach cruisers were
Yeah,
cool.
with the saddlebags and
Yeah.
shit. That shit was
hot.
no wonder
Oh, yeah.
Clarence wanted it.
Oh yeah, this guy died too.
Angus
whatever.
Cloud from Euphoria.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I didn't watch
The
1
young
minute.
kid shit, man.
How many theaters did he jerk off in?
Yeah, I didn't watch one fucking episode of this bullshit.
Yeah, I don't even.
Well, look, this is for the Gen Zers out there. I mean, like they're into this bullshit. It's like, ooh, kids fucking. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was always a thing. We just didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
you know, we didn't
Yeah,
put it. We didn't put graphic sex of supposed teenagers on HBO because aren't they supposed to be teenagers in that fucking show?
Yeah.
Which is kind of creepy. It's like, hey,
It's a little creepy.
Hey, these are adults playing teenagers. Let's watch them fuck. It's
Yep.
like,
Yeah. Well, ever since
isn't that a crime? Like,
once they had ass eating in what was that girl movie years ago?
girl movie?
Was it just called Girls? I don't know. It was some
Booksmart?
terrible. There was some terrible movie. TV show all about girls.
Oh, girls. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
with
called-
Lena Dunham.
Yes, and that big fat Lena Dunham butt, like some dude wasn't. That was nasty. And I think some guy was on his knees eating it in the kitchen or something. I just saw. I was like, oh, I'm good. That's
I know.
it. Don't need to know.
Whatever happened to her? She had a hot moment and then kind of fizzled out. Is she still like big in Hollywood? I don't know.
She's still big.
What's her? I mean, she's definitely still big.
I think that's what happened
Ozempic,
to her.
maybe, man.
But what big project is she on, Paul? We know she's big.
I don't know if they can still get her through the doors. I don't know.
Oh
Is
my
that
God,
her?
she got bigger.
Holy shit! She ate everyone in the cast. She is enormous. Oh my God! This is like when the chick from Ferris Bueller had that nose job
Hey,
and no
listen.
one knew who she was.
Oh, listen, dude, listen. She's a proud woman. I mean, like, she's a brave woman for putting on that weight. You can't say
Yeah.
these awful things.
Yeah.
About her. I mean, fuck heart disease and diabetes. She's brave for putting weight on and potentially killing herself sooner.
And for
we have
contesting
to-
with
We have to
Lizzo.
celebrate bad health now, Paul.
We have to. Dude,
have
I
to.
can't live in this world, man. I like to talk a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit, dude. I don't know how I get through. I'm gonna die young because
Well,
of that.
see, I'm a firm believer, Paul, that all this, you shouldn't be shaming people for this, shaming people for that. I think we need more shame.
Yes,
We need
Randy.
There's not an appropriate amount of shame in the world. Some things you should be ashamed of.
Yes.
Like you should be ashamed of how you treat your body. You should
Yes.
be ashamed of how you treat other people. You should be ashamed if you think you're better than everybody else. There's certain things that you need to get like, oh, I'm a diva. No, you're a bitch. You're not allowed to be an asshole. You should be ashamed of yourself for that.
We need a public shame board.
Yes.
That's what we need. You
Yes.
know what? Listen, parking tickets. I got a parking ticket the other day. The lowest parking ticket you can get in LA is $68.
Yeah.
That's a fucking ripoff because I didn't do anything that was worth $68. 2025. Yeah, maybe I should remember to put my permit up. I had it. I forgot to put it up. You missed your meter. $68. That's to me a significant chunk. Some guy who's loaded, he doesn't fucking care.
Yeah,
he
he
can
just
do that
bangs
all
them
day.
out.
So he's just a dick. Now, I think we should have a public shame board because $68 is too cheap to him. I want his picture and I want his name
I forget.
on like a website so we
man,
can see
where is it?
this Porsche 911 $250,000 car.
It's called Reddit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean like I'm
Like
saying
a Yelp for people.
Yeah, I'm
something.
saying. And I
Well-
don't mean Chinese social credit score, but
Yeah, but there's a I forget what country it is, but there is a country where your sort of violations, your non-criminal violations,
Sliding scale?
the sliding scale based
No
on your
way.
income. Yep, they based on your income.
now if I was rich, I'd still be mad. I'd be like, why I got to pay more? The fuck? You
No,
know what
if
I
I
mean?
was
I
rich,
provide jobs
if
for
I
those
was rich,
people.
I'd park on the sidewalk and just run the fucking give me $300. I don't give a shit. You know, my car will be there on the sidewalk when I
It'll
come
be
back.
there.
Yeah, like,
It'll be there.
I mean,
So what?
that's the point of being rich is so you can pay for shit like that. You know, like what's the point of having fuck you money if you never say fuck you? You know, and I know a lot of people that, or at least in my old life in finance, that had fuck you money and can't seem to get out from underneath the ability to tell people to fuck off.
say it.
Yeah. And I don't know what I like, but I guess that goes to, you know, maybe they feel shame amongst their new higher class of people, but fuck those people. You know, like in some respects, like I said, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And sometimes you gotta call balls and strikes, you know, like, you know, and like I said, to celebrate someone for being an asshole or because they don't take care of themselves, or because, you know, for whatever reason now it's more popular to be gender non-binary than just say, hey, you know, I'm sexually confused.
Yeah.
You know, but it's
Hey.
you know, I feel like there's a lot of people out there saying they're bisexual just so they can seem cool.
Are you sure? Of course there are.
No
Yeah.
no one would ever ask you to prove it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no one will ask you. It's like, dude, I'm gonna go out on a limb right now. I'm gay.
Oh my
I'm gay.
God, Randy!
I'm just in the
I just
closet
want to
gay.
be your friend now because I didn't know. Can I help you in
I'm
some
a
way?
closeted heterosexual. I'm openly gay.
Yeah.
I'm a closeted heterosexual.
Oh my God, I want to help you come out, Randy. Can we go get a coffee and talk about it? I'll call my dad and have him like throw a party, and we'll invite everybody because you're popular now. Just so you know,
Well,
now you're popular.
I'm fitting in.
And you know what? If you get super fucking fat, you'll get even more popular.
Even more popular.
Yeah, because there'll be more to be
Lizzo's
popular.
a queen. It's like, dude, Lizzo celebrating that. The black community has a disproportionate problem with heart disease, with sickle cell, with
Sickle
fucking
cell.
with diabetes. Like these are real problems.
Yeah, you can't ignore it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're gonna celebrate Lizzo. It's like, no, like she should try to lose weight to show that it's good in the black community to be healthy, so they live longer.
We lost Patrice after
Yes.
one special.
Yeah.
One fucking
He had a
special.
fucking stroke and he died. Yeah.
Yes, it's real. That shit will have Bernie Mac fell
Yes.
over in his prime. Yo, I mean, I'm not going to be mad if we lose a Lizzo. You know what I mean? But like, but I am mad. It's a marker. You know, how does Lizzo not know about Patrice? How does Lizzo, you know what I mean? Get the word out. This isn't a joke.
Well,
you'll be in a piano box.
Yeah,
It's going to, you know.
they're gonna cut out the side of your building to get
Come
you out of it.
on, yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. There's a reality. Like I'm all about. I'm definitely telling. Live however you want to live, but don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. It's like oh, you can't be 450 pounds and healthy.
Doesn't work.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's a certain limit. Oh, some people have different genetics. Yes, but no one weighs over 300 pounds unless they're over 6'4". You know, like
Your
naturally. Like
tubes are
it's not.
closed.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not easy that way. You know.
Shaq.
Yeah,
Shaq
he's the
weighed-
only guy who should weigh 400 pounds naturally.
And he didn't. When he was in
Good
shape,
point.
he was like 302 at
Yeah.
7'1".
Yeah.
And jacked. He had an album called Diesel. And he was 302 pounds at 7 feet tall. That's how much a 7-footer should weigh if they're in shape.
Yeah.
If
By
you
the way-
got Shaq smoked by a hundo,
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Look into it.
yeah.
Look into it.
Let
Get
me
on
know
the
if you can
treadmill.
still dunk, Lizzo.
Exactly. But also, how gay is the name Diesel for a fucking album?
Pretty gay. Pretty gay.
Looking back now, it's
Super
like
gay.
was
It was
Shaq,
gay
was
then.
Shaq saying something?
Yeah, Shaq was, that album was gay then, dude. We were
Oh my
like,
God.
we'll let him do it because he's Shaq.
That's
but-
how popular Shaq was. I mean, people didn't shit on him hard enough when he came out with a hip hop album. But I guess that was also the era when Will Smith won a fucking Grammy for getting jiggy with it.
Summertime.
It's like that is in the hip hop annals. I'm sure they're like, what the fuck was this Mickey Mouse bullshit?
You could see his wife fucking another guy from there.
Oh, yeah.
See, they weren't even together yet. They hadn't even met, and I could already see her cheating on him.
Exactly. That was one of my favorite tweets in the last couple of years when that whole thing went down, when she was in entanglement with her son's friend, which is weird, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how old was that kid?
Hollywood creeps.
Exactly. Yeah, no shit. But, and then he smacked fucking Chris Rock. And he basically said, what was the tweet? Oh, I did a fake one of from Will Smith's account. I just stole his like little handle and put it, you can Photoshop it. I was like, listen, you can come on my wife's bald head. You just can't make fun of it.
Dude.
That's basically what he said. He's like, yeah, me and my wife can sleep with whoever we want. Just don't make fun of her. It's like, bro, we're not making fun of her. We're making fun of you.
Also, have you ever heard, you've heard of alopecia. You know what it looks like. It doesn't look like a crew cut. To be clear, she didn't have alopecia. No, but she just needed some good press to make her look good again.
Even if she did, it wasn't like she was stage 4 cancer.
Come on.
Alopecia is not a deadly disease.
Black chicks wear weaves.
They all
Come
wear
on,
wigs.
what are we talking about? It ain't because they're all crushing it. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Be real.
Oh yeah, but she's she's to be celebrated.
Dude, let me ask you a whole question.
I mean, I feel like it's weird. Like it used to be, you want to be celebrated for an achievement, and now it's like people want to be celebrated for just being.
No,
listen. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to do something in my book to have to like get respect. You can't just be and get respect. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
you can now.
Crazy? You can.
This is the way I see the world. This is how I see the world. If you have never accomplished anything, or even worse, you have, but you have such low self-esteem that you don't give yourself any credit for it, you still feel like a zero, then you have to find a way in society to consider yourself a hero. How do you get to be a hero? Well, you got to help someone else who fell down, someone who's a victim. Well, what if no one's around as a victim? You kick them in the knee.
You make a victim. Yeah.
And you make a victim. So you say to somebody, "Isn't it so sad? Your life's so pathetic." And you're like, "Who, me? I didn't even know."
I didn't even ask
"No,
for this."
you're a loser." And you're like, "Oh my God, I didn't know." No, listen. So now you can be the victim, but I'm going to help you because I'm going to compliment you to be less of a loser. I didn't even know I was a loser.
Yeah.
Shut up. We can both be famous.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's helping someone who doesn't want your help and then patting yourself on the back in the middle of it. It's really what it is.
Yes. You remember when you were a kid, there was always that story of like, oh, the kids are in like a running race and one kid's doing really well, another kid falls. So the kid just stops competing to help the kid who fell.
Yeah.
And that was the bigger story of the race. That was the bigger winner.
Yeah.
That story's only good if you weren't going to win.
Yeah.
If you were going to win the race, you should not stop for anybody. You should go all the way. No, go get your gold. Don't turn it down. You're being timed. You might set a record. Right. If you were already going to lose, you better hope someone falls.
If you're in second and the guy falls in third, it's like, all right.
Sure. Who cares? This wasn't your race.
Yeah.
But like now we have pricks who are like, you know what? Kick him in the foot. So when that guy falls and I help him up, and I'm like, dude, you weren't going to win. I wasn't going to win. But now we're both going to have our picture taken.
Yeah.
And we'll both be on the front page of Instagram and whatever.
Yeah. It's
pathetic.
It's like I said, it's creating a reason for you to get celebrated when there was no reason to begin.
There was not.
Yeah.
There was not.
And it's also kind of condescending to the people you're quote unquote helping. They didn't ask for your help.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the black community didn't ask for these purple-haired white girls on college campuses to help them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure they can do for themselves. You know, like
my favorite shit to see on YouTube is when there are black people showing videos of like Congress or other people saying how black people have no chance in this world, and they're like,
what are you talking about?
Yes, we do. Actually, guys, don't listen to this shit.
Yeah.
We're crushing it. We're actually doing really well in a lot of... Don't let these, blue-haired white people tell you never had a chance. Like, what does that mean? That means...
Yeah.
Come on. That's not a good implication.
It's also a little disingenuous because it's like, people are like, this is the worst time ever. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Fire hoses have you been running?
Exactly. 50 years ago, they were putting dogs on people.
Dogs, dude.
What are you talking about? I think we've made. It's not perfect, but I think we've made a lot of progress. And to say that there hasn't been, kind of sets the clock back on the progress. You know what I'm saying? Like we've gotten. Yeah. We were here. We got here. Now we got to go here.
It undermines.
It's not like we're fucking way back here. Like, what about all that progress we made? You're just gonna wipe that away,
dude?
It's weird to me.
We had a black president. I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, for real. That doesn't count for anything. That's at least
a pretty good one, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was pretty inspirational guy.
Re-elected. He got 2 terms. Come on. We weren't like, give us a mulligan, get him out. Like, no.
No one took a shot at him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he would have been kind of...
Last president killed was a white guy.
Sitting down.
You know what I'm saying? Sitting in front of his wife.
In his back. In the back, too. Right. Dirty as hell. No, dude, I'm with you. I can't live this way. I speak freely. dude, I'm getting roasted right now.
About what?
I want to get your opinion on this.
Yeah.
See, we're comics. Sometimes we just kind of riff. We get an idea, we riff. So I threw up this message the other day on social media because I don't get into the whole strike thing. I don't know enough about it.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about the strike. Yeah, because I know this much about it.
Yeah.
But
there's one part that I know. I heard that the actors are upset that background actors are being potentially replaced by AI because all you need is someone's photo. And then you can now reproduce their likeness as a background walk by in perpetuity. So now the studios want to just pay someone $200 to take their picture instead of hiring them to be a background for however, 5 days, 3 weeks, for all movies to ever be made. And the studios are like, hey, this is a great way to save a ton of money. And the actors are like, but background actors are real. And I just comment, I said, all right, look, there's no such thing as a background actor. If you're in the background, you have no lines, you're not part of the scene, you're an extra. You're not an actor. There's no acting.
Yeah.
You're a prop. You're like a chair or like a tree. Yeah. And I call them humanikins.
I beg to differ. It's the only person who's a writer and director in the room.
No.
He is.
Now, hold on. Now, I'm not undermining the entire strike. I not at all, and I'm not undermining the writer's strike. I think that actors who are acting, get paid to act, have lines, are part of the scene. It should get residuals. I think, right? Everything else.
The people who are in those background and in those situations get put through some of the worst and most annoying shit. Think about some of the background in shows like True Blood, and these people who are naked in a field for like 8 hours to suddenly make this aesthetic of this witch type ritual shit. Like, those people go through fucking hell for their like $87, and they are able to create and allow the other actors to feel this world as opposed to just be on a green screen. And when you're around real actors, they'll tell you all the time doing a movie that's just on a green screen with nothing to do and nothing to be around is some of the worst and hardest way to do the craft.
But what about those locations Scott they no longer use because of CGI? Where the fuck is their money?
Yeah. No explosion experts on set.
Where's all the stuntmen and their fucking? They used to blow up cars.
For
real.
Yeah.
Now
that's
it's all
goofy.
that's
you can
all
tell
gone.
it's CGI.
Yeah.
The car doesn't move.
I think for the humanikins, I think they would be okay with it if they got residuals if they kept using their AI likeness. Well, it's like, hey, we'll give you $200 for this one. And then a sliding scale if we use you at any point in the back. It's like, if I get one movie and you like my look, you can just keep using me. I get checks in the mail.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you go to Ralph's right now, you put up a tent in the Ralph's parking lot, and you say to anyone walking in the door who never has any intention of ever being on camera, so doesn't really care about their likeness in a theatrical role.
Yeah.
I'll give you $200. Let me take your picture. I'm going to use it in background, and you can never complain.
Yeah, you can get thousands of people.
Thousands! And now here's the thing. Yes, it's sad. I played background. It was kind of fun. You feel like a tourist. You get to be on the background of some movies. And like you're saying, there are some sets where people are working harder than on other sets. I've done like walk-by shit. I had to sit in an Aflac commercial. You can edit that out if it's not allowed, but whatever. And so we were at a speedway.
Not allowed. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, we said everything else.
Is Aflac going to sue me?
The A word.
For what?
That's the A word.
Yeah, the A word.
We said cunt 45 times in this episode. I'm pretty sure that's fine.
Cunts at Aflac.
Fucking duck's coming in here right now, gonna ride on
Yeah, little duck fire.
Fuck.
Perpetuity. So no, but years ago I was a background it was at a raceway, and they only had us fill up one section of the stadium, and then they took and they copied and pasted it. No, so what the fuck was that? Should I have been paid 11 times? Of course not. What I'm saying is, if you can save money because movies are invested upon by people who don't care about film most of the time. They just want a return on their investment. Yeah. So they don't care if they can save money. The only other question is, will it hurt the product? Will it hurt sales? And if I, as a viewer, can't tell that that's not a person really walking by and it is AI, then you're going to make it so the movie costs less to make, which doesn't mean I'm going to pay less necessarily. Maybe it'll go up slower, but you can make more movies, which means more real writers, real actors, real directors can work on more films.
I think this is how this is going to get solved, is really having technology be so cheap that you democratize the movie making thing. Because right now, there's only fucking basically two types of movies that are getting made, right? 99% of them are just gigantic fucking billion-dollar franchises because they know there's money in there.
Superhero movies.
And then there's like the Blair Witch, where like just one indie hit that somehow breaks through.
Yeah.
Because it costs a nickel to make, and they can make $200 million from it. They'll do that. But there's no longer this $30 million mid-budget movie that makes 90 and everyone's happy. You know, like that used to be a thing in the 80s and 90s. You know, like like not every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie was fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. Sometimes it was just Commando.
Yeah.
You know?
Which was
that,
awesome.
That cost
Raw
$25 million
deal?
to make. Yeah.
Raw
made
deal
$80
cost
million.
a nickel.
Everyone made 2.5 times the money. They were happy. But if the cost of movie making goes down low enough and you could just self-publish them like on a YouTube.
Yeah.
And you say, all right, look, I can pay you guys, I can pay the cast of actors, maybe it's 20 people. I can give you all each 10 grand, we make a movie for $1.5 million with your salaries and the equipment. But there's your base, and then we'll all get a share of the YouTube ups on ads or whatever it is.
What's the down?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what has to happen.
Yeah.
There has to be a competitor out there for the big studios that will take that small budget risk.
And that's it, because ultimately, if people are so holding on to, and a lot of these people, they roasted the fuck out of me. You really want to have some fun later? Go look at the comments. I mean, I tore people,
especially in this fucking town, because a lot of people that know that are in our circles are not the big name actors.
No,
it's all the people trying to come up. It's like, yeah, they don't need you anymore.
No, and these background were just they were coming in. I felt bad. Some were like people who wear helmets and shit. I'm sure some of these insults were not even good. Like you had to kind of feel bad. I had to put the gloves on. It
is a little weird that they're like so honored to be in background. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Don't you want to be the lead actor?
That's what I'm
saying. You want to be a background forever?
I said to actors, you should have more self-respect than to call a guy who stands next to a tree and has the same role, also call him an actor. Absolutely not. We don't have background comics.
Well, it'd be like
there's no such thing.
It's like it being an open mic comic and you're insulted that they're not paying Dave Chappelle his due. It's like you're an open micer, man.
Yeah.
You're not even in the conversation.
You're not even in the talk, dude.
I've never gone to a show to see any of your openers. Should they not exist? Should they not be there to?
No, I'm an
They
opener.
don't get paid.
I'm an opener. I get
get
paid dick, dude.
Yeah.
Those extras get paid dick too.
I know.
But if they can be replaced, they will eventually. People are like, well, you're a comedian. You're going to be replaced. I said, I fucking know. That's why I'm trying to hold on to my ass to make unique shit. But at least I'm out here trying to create and write and deliver.
See,
I'm
I
not
don't
standing
think
by a tree.
This whole thing about AI, I don't think it's going to replace us the way it can replace.
No.
Because actors don't write their own fucking lines. That's one of the
know.
things about the writer's
I
strike.
know.
The writers are so much more important to what comes out in Hollywood than the fucking actors.
They're the creators.
Most movies aren't driven by the actors. It's driven by the script.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a handful. Johnny Depp, Christian Bale. Fucking.
But it's the face that puts people in the seats. It's the sad
No,
reality.
no, I disagree.
Oh,
dude,
you're wrong.
Dude, they had Chris. What's his fucking name? That guy who lost all that weight.
Are you gonna say Christopher Nolan or
No,
Brendan Fraser?
the guy who's doing Mario's voice in Super Mario. Chris, what the fuck is
Pratt?
Yeah.
Chris Pratt.
Do you think anyone's going to that fucking movie to see Chris Pratt? They're going because it's Super Mario, and somebody wrote the goddamn
You're
script.
talking about a cartoon.
That's
I'm
my
talking
point.
about real movies.
That's my point.
Well,
but that's my point.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
But that's my point. How many of these other movies like that they've broken guys on, right? It wasn't like the new Superman, a new guy. Like
Superman never does well.
See,
Never
you're talking
does
about
well.
giant pieces of IP that already exist, and that's what they want to get away from in the movie industry, because that's how they don't need to put any stars in anything, because the comic books already made all these
wrote
characters.
itself.
You're not anything else, and that's why a lot of people would say that's kind of ruined the whole craft. But any other movie outside of those that are getting greenlit, they're not getting financed unless you don't have one of these top 5 names, or you're going indie. And if everything reverts to indie, we have a chance again, and SAG is doing that. They're giving out indie vouchers, thinking that's going to be their way to combat all of this.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but how many actors and actresses on name alone can drive the sales in a movie? That's a very short list.
No, you're right,
Mike. Right? I mean, like
it's a handful.
Right?
It is, but
and
those are the only big movies to get made now.
But how under appreciated are right? I mean, like, dude, I'll give you an example on TV. Mad Men, right?
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Loved it.
Amazing. Don Draper, John Hamm had been an actor for 15 or 20 years before that.
Yeah.
Not a fucking word out of him, right?
Yeah.
But he gets on that show written by Matt Weiner and the guys who came out of fucking Sopranos on the Wire, and boom, he blew up.
Yeah.
The writing, you have to match writing with the actor. You have to write the writing with the actor, but the writers are, I think, underappreciated in that respect.
I agree.
Like, they can turn a project that is not a Guardians of the Galaxy, like a nothing project, into something if it's well written.
Well, why aren't we having more movies? Because we have YouTube, we have social media to promote clips and trailers. Why are more low budget movies not being made and dominating?
The cost of technology, I think, is coming down.
Is that still it?
I've made 6 $250,000 movies in the past. I didn't direct all of them. I only directed one, but in the past 5 years, try getting people out to see them.
That's
if you don't
what I'm
have
saying.
the face, if you don't have whatever, and eventually it ends up on a streamer for a shitty low budget sale, and they skin you on it.
Yeah.
And then once they'll put all the marketing and all the advertisement into it,
They get the money
it
on it.
might blow up 2 years later on Netflix. And then you're at home crying because you didn't get any of it.
Yeah,
You
but
didn't
20
put
years
anyone-
ago, Mike, you couldn't do any of that because you couldn't afford the camera. Like, they just didn't have
Right.
that quality of camera.
So the barrier to entry means there's so much slop out there. But
Can I ask you this? Out of those 6 movies, how many trans did you have? There we go.
Maybe
there
hire
we go.
more trans, Mike.
Maybe hire more trans and yell about it and scream
Where
about
was
it.
Lizzo? Was she available?
Make sure everyone knows everyone is trans on this whole movie and say that their parents didn't approve.
Well, that's how Hollywood buys it.
That's
Right?
dude,
Have a whole cast of Asians. That's how you get it made,
Oh my
Mike.
God.
you are kind of exactly right, though, about how these movies have kind of tribalized themselves.
Yes.
They have.
So all the indie movies for a while now have said, well, you have to have a theme and a cause and a whatever. Because if
Yeah.
you're a $250,000 movie, I can't just go because I think your movie's going to be good. I have to go because I'm supporting
Yeah.
XYZ cause.
The Korean
and
community.
now,
No,
I mean,
it's true.
I made a movie, one of them a few years back, with a left-wing director about child abduction and all of that, and didn't go anywhere. But now
What,
the
that's
right
new one?
Because it was
That
an
new one's
advertisement.
huge.
It was
but
an
now the right
advertisement
wing is
for-
doing it, and it's blown up.
Yeah, what's the name of that movie?
Sound of
I forget the name.
sound of
The
freedom.
The sound
freedom.
of kids crying.
Yeah, as they're getting hauled away.
Yeah, but it's the exact same plot and exact
Yeah.
same everything, different marketing, different whatever behind it, and now they want to stomp for that cause, and it has nothing to do with the movies.
No.
Well-
I mean, that's the thing. It's funny. It's funny how little it matters what the content of the movie is and how much the marketing angle you take really matters.
Because the people championing this movie haven't seen it, so they couldn't tell you. Like, no one's seen
exactly.
Sound of Freedom. They're just saying, you better support this. Support the children.
Yeah.
Well, though, I mean, there's something to be said. When you look at the biggest comics, I heard Bert Kreischer talking with, I don't know whose pod he was on, but he was talking about the biggest comics right now who are pulling. You got Fluffy.
Yep.
You've got Joe Coy.
Yep.
You got Maniscalco.
They got built-in markets, yeah.
And Bert Kreischer. Now, Joe Coy is with the Filipino crowd.
Yep.
You got Fluffy's got the Mexicans. Sebastian's got the Italians and like older, kind of clean, whatever, but he's got that heavy Italian accent. And then Bert's got the dads with a belly.
Yeah.
Well, like
Sebastian's the only comic my parents know. You're exactly right. With
Yeah,
that
right.
old, yeah.
Yeah.
They called me up. Have you heard of Sebastian?
And I think he's great, to be honest with you. I actually came I came around late on
Not
him.
he's bad. Yeah.
But yeah, and like he's crafty. He's a good writer. But my point is these aren't just broad audience Seinfelds anymore. It's you got to have your Asian comic for the Asians. You got to have your tan.
What
comic
demo
for
are
the
you
tan.
hitting?
Yeah, you have
know?
to establish that.
and
and then those
fucking
people,
Matt Rife, 15-year-old girls, right?
Yeah,
Nikki Glaser
yeah,
for the sluts.
yeah. And like priests and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You need your angle. Like if you're just funny, that's not enough.
No.
It's like what market are you hitting?
Yeah.
The people who like to laugh. That we
What?
can't do
What are you,
anything
a
with that.
loser?
We can't,
Yeah. We need more,
What
dude.
are
We
you,
get
a
high on hard
What are you, a
shit
fucking
now.
loser?
This comedian thought it because he was funny. He should be
Funny?
Oh,
Yeah, what does that matter?
Stupid. Who do you piss off?
I
Who
can't
hates you?
sell funny.
Yeah.
That's what the production company's saying. I
That's what
can't
should-
sell funny.
that should be their
Are
tag.
you trans? Like, no. Then then what are we doing here? Yeah. Are you Asian? No. Like,
Do you know-
Are you marketing to the extreme right, like a fucking pick your right wing comic?
Think
Beat
about
the
comedy
power?
movies, though. Tell me a good comedy movie that's
No.
just funny.
Can't.
Yeah.
Can't.
Oh God. I mean,
No.
yeah, you haven't been able to make a good R-rated comedy since since fucking old school.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was good 20 years ago. Lock, Stock, and Two. You know what I mean? The old
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie. Like this is 20 years ago, and a lot of people have made the joke ever since they put Weinstein away. Things kind of sucked.
Everyone's making that joke. Who's making that joke?
Oh well, hey, then it was me.
I'm making that joke. Is it a free Harvey Weinstein moment?
Well, listen, I think that they should have like a like set release. You know what I mean? Like a home release. They should put an anklet on him and
Oh,
let him go
no,
back
dude.
to the studio.
Oh no! So I was
Put it around his dick.
I was joking with Jen, right? I was joking with Jeff one day, and he's like, they should have like a Me Too house. And
Yeah.
just put all the Me Too guys in there. And every week they all have to try and fuck each other.
Yeah. It's
So
like, Road
Bill
Rules
Cosby
or
Me
something.
Too's
yeah.
Harvey Weinstein, and he gets to stay. Like whoever gets to
Dude.
rape the other
Yeah,
fucking cast member
yeah.
who raped somebody else.
Bill Cosby's got one eye open for 48 hours. No sleep.
You put everyone
No
else's.
sleep.
Yeah, he's making coffee for everyone. No one's drinking it. Like we're
Yeah.
not drinking that shit. We know what's
Trying
up.
to tell like long
we know what's up there,
stories so
Bill.
people get tired. They're like, hey, he tried to tell you the dentist story again, did he? It's 28 minutes. Don't listen to his fucking dentist story. Oh my God, that's a sleeper. That's what he calls it, the
It's a
sleeper.
real sleeper. All right. You want
Sleepers,
to get to a little
creepers.
news, buddy? I'll do the
fuck
news
it.
toward the end of the podcast here. This is interesting.
boy.
Study reveals happy couples are less likely to post their partners on social media. A recent study found that couples who always post on social media are less happy than those couples who don't. The study conducted by the University of Kansas surveyed over 3,000 couples, and that the participants were asked about their relationships. The researchers determined that couples who always post are more likely to compare their relationship to others.
Wow.
When you're constantly seeing other couples' happy moments and perfect pictures, it can be hard to compare yourself. The study also found that couples who post less often are less likely to compare themselves to others. So they feel less pressure to be quote unquote perfect.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Have you been? How long have you been in a relationship? You in a relationship?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
I
in
haven't
January.
seen your girlfriend but once on your Instagram.
And you won't, because we're doing great. You know, we're doing my girlfriend's. We're awesome. We have such a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
I'm a dating coach. You know, and part of it is through her pushing to be like, hey, we do so well, and I'm pretty good at the analytics as to maybe why sometimes. And no, we never post each other. But also part of the reason is because I'm kind of a raunchy comic, and she's afraid of her work friends seeing what I have to say.
Well, see, that's the thing for me. I always just post. I keep it to comedy and sort of comedy promotion.
I agree.
Because I feel like the more you put out there about your relationship, like this says, the more you have to live up to. But also, it just seems try hard.
It seems try hard.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree
Like
with you. 100%.
also, I believe in privacy. Like you know how relationships keep working if you don't put your fucking business out on the street. You know that's what I've learned.
Amen.
That's why I don't really talk about my personal relationship with women on this podcast.
I didn't even know you like girls.
Exactly, because I'm a closet heterosexual.
Damn, son.
But that's the thing.
a
Like,
bumper sticker.
If I put it out there, it just opens it up for other people's interpretation, and you don't want other people poking around your fucking personal life.
Because those judgy ones, as soon as they get started, they're gonna have something to say right away. Dude, I was realizing when you think about it, like I'm not married, right? Chelsea and I have been together almost 10 years. We never got married. You know, there's 100 reasons why. You think about it. You get a wedding. Say you invite 100 people. I don't know. How many of those people are hoping it doesn't work out?
Or how many people are just guessing?
How many people?
And they're going to be 60-40 that they're right. You know, like,
yeah. Dude, some of those people are your friends from when you were single and they want you back to hang again. Some of those people are divorced and they want to commiserate with someone who's divorced.
Yes.
You know how many people fucking see your shit?
Rooting against you.
Jews have a term. I think it's like hinahura, where like you don't say something that's going well for you because others will wish against you.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite of Jews. The Germans
I'll bet.
have a term called Schadenfreude, where they take pleasure in other people's misfortune.
Yeah.
You know, like
it translates to a strange friend.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it is, a strange friend.
But dude, think about it. Like, also think about the embarrassment. Like, if you're in a relationship and you put all that shit on your social media, it doesn't work out. Then you got to be the person who goes in and deletes it all, right? And then everyone knows, like, oh, they're out.
It's like saying you're gluten-free for 6 months, and then you're going to be the guy who orders a pizza the next time everyone gets together. Like, oh, but I thought you were all ruined everyone's fucking choices for the last 6 months. You're like, yeah, but now, I don't know. I'm just cool being fat. I don't care.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it puts a pressure on you. And also, like I said, people secretly root against it. And let's be honest. I mean, I remember my single days. How awesome was it when, a girl you used to date, it was like, you follow her on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah. And she's posting pictures of a new boyfriend. Oh, great, yeah. And then like 2 years later, all of a sudden he's gone. You're like, oh. And she's like, new year, new me. It's like, oh, she's back out on the street.
Yeah, that was how you knew.
Then you slide back into those DMs.
Attack, dude. In deep, right away. And right when it's vulnerable.
Yeah, when you're hanging around the hoop. Yeah.
Boom.
When you're hanging around the hoop, hoping that she posts
cherry picking.
Look at me, my summer body. Oh, really? All the side of her boyfriend's gone from her Instagram.
You don't even want her to post one of you. You just want to get in real quick and just fucking clean up.
Exactly.
Terrible. Rotten people.
I wonder if there's any correlation here with this one.
What's that?
Study reveals that young male virginity is on the rise.
Yeah.
Over the past decade, the number of men under 30 who are not having sex has nearly tripled, reaching an all-time high in 2018. Experts attribute this trend to factors such as prolonged living at home, the influence of social media, video games, and other distractions. And by that, they mean pornography. Data from the General Sociological Survey indicates that around 23% of millennials aged 18 to 30 reported abstaining from sex in the last year. The percentage of young men abstaining increased 10% from 10% in 2008 to 28% in 2018.
I got 2 words for you. Oh, you done?
Yeah, good.
Single moms.
Is that what you think is going on?
Ruined masculinity. And I'm not even mad at them, but they did.
Oh no. I don't think single moms ruin masculinity.
Well, hold on though.
I think it's the Gen Zers, like this toxic masculinity idea, and it's not single moms who came up with that.
This is where I think it stems from, though, and we didn't realize it. It was a sleeper move. I think people started to raise kids as single parents heavily in the 80s, 90s. And those moms, they're not bad people. They're just normal human beings. They're pissed off that the husband isn't there. They're pissed off that they got to raise the kids alone. There's not enough money. They get bills. No one's cutting the grass. So they talk shit about the dad. They talk shit about the dad a lot.
Undercuts the
and
male
it undercuts
persona.
the masculine persona.
Yeah.
So now a young man sees the masculine as the enemy, and his job is to protect the feminine, regardless of knowing her side of shit. She could be a real bitch. He has no fucking clue. No, you know what? She might have chased that husband right out of the house. He doesn't know. All he knows is she's the tit that he fucking lives on. Yeah. So he protects her no matter what against him. So now he becomes all feminine, just wanting to do nothing but serve feminine with no counter. There's no question. There's no negotiation. I just do what you say. And then the daughters come up as real fucking cunts. Those chicks come up. They fucking hate the dads. They hate the dads. They feel horrible for what happened to their mother. And all they want to do is just fucking flex on soft little soy boys who think that they have a chance against the chick who's raised in this environment.
Yeah, I think it has to do. It might be partially, some of the fact that there's breakdown in the family structure from the 80s and 90s. The divorce rates are up, right? So if you live in a single parent household, man or woman, the parent who's taking care of them, you see that there's that relationships generally end up in failure. So you're less likely to attempt a relationship. But I also think that there's a sense of entitlement that's permeated both men and women.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Men, tend to think they deserve something, and if they don't get it, like, fuck it, I'll just stay home and jerk off and not deal with the women. But women, young women in this day and age, think that a man's got to do all this shit for me, but at the same time, I'm an independent woman. It's like, well, a man wants to be wanted.
Yeah.
So if you take away the reasons that you would want a man, how is he going to feel like he's adding to a relationship?
Guys don't know how to command respect anymore. They have no idea because they think that masculinity is toxic as a whole. Yeah. Anything masculine and anything that you do that would be in the line of masculinity and respect building is also toxic. So they just try to be beggars. They just try to show up with flowers and compliments, and they don't require anything in return. You've got to be able to know how to walk away. You got to be able to walk away from some pussy. You got to be able to say, yes, I can have it, but I ain't fucking bent on it. I'm not pussy whipped, as we used to say.
Yeah.
And be able to walk away. Once you know that you can walk away, then she's going to have some pull on her end of the rope and go, oh, you know what? I should tell him he did a cool thing today. And you know what? And then he's going to be like, all right.
Dude, I think a lot of young women out there are dismayed by this because they do want relationships. But because it's not, what they think it ought to be. Like, I want all the freedom and none of the responsibility. It's like, that's not how it works. Like if you want a man to be in your life, you have to accept the fact that there's a compromise. Yeah. It's not like he has to do everything for you and fuck him, because then he's going to walk away, right? So there's that lack of balance that like, and now with social media, it just makes it easier for you to say, fuck it. That's the other thing too. Everyone's just swiping right on the next chick. It's like, this one's too easy. This guy or girl's giving me one moment of difficulty. Fuck him, swipe left. Now on to the next. Like the trade out option is also there that wasn't there before. I mean, think about it, dude. Like in our hands right now, there's stacks of 10,000 gorgeous girls.
Unbelievable.
Right?
Yeah.
When we were kids growing up, like all the hot girls we knew were in like high school.
There was 30,
right? Yeah,
30
exactly.
chicks total.
And you had to impress them, and like if you got one, you held on to her.
Dude, for real. And you had to go up to her in fucking person.
Yeah, and take a rejection.
Dude, in her face, and just hope that, she doesn't stomp on my balls and be like, I would never.
She doesn't embarrass me publicly.
Embarrass you. No. And so ultimately, I do blame guys. I ultimately do blame guys because
it's whatever you put up with at the end of the day. At the end of the day, if you don't demand more respect, you won't get any respect.
I try to teach guys how to have their side of the relationship, how to stand up for themselves, not in like an Andrew Tate fucking smack a bit. You know what I mean? Like,
that's ridiculous.
That
guy's pompous. He's full of shit.
He's always angry. In a good relationship, you shouldn't always be angry. You know what I mean? You can be happy and have fun, Karens are not a freak thing. It's not because women are naturally bitchy. It's because she has a soft fucking guy at home who doesn't know how to carry his end of the weight.
And she
carries both sides.
And she thinks she could talk to everybody like that because she talks to him like that.
Well, because and she's spent. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, she does get this idea.
She's got to learn she can steamroll people. So I steamroll him at home. I want to go outside and steamroll everybody else.
I beat my husband's ass before 8 a.m. I'm going into Starbucks and I don't want a fucking barista. I want a manager, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I want level 2.
Yeah.
Because if a guy knew how to say, honey, you're losing your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Chill
Listen
out.
to yourself. Listen to yourself.
Yeah. And if you had the balls to be like, listen, we can work this out. And ultimately, if you lose your mind, I'm going to go away.
Yeah.
She'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Have I been a bitch? And you're like, well, yeah, they call it a Karen now. You got to just not fucking.
Exactly, dude.
Anyway.
All right, here's the last one. I left the doozy for the end here.
Oh,
this
boy.
is great. I had 2 penises and used them both for sex. Women were addicted. God bless the New York Post. A Los Angeles truck driver born with 2 penises is speaking about his unusual sex life. The man,
Say it to believe it, man.
yeah, the man, identified only as Tank, suffered from diphilia. Suffered.
What?
I don't know. It sounds like God's gift to me. A genetic abnormality in which a male is born with 2 penises. According to the National Institute of Health, the condition is incredibly rare and is estimated to affect less than 1,000 men and boys across the United States. In an interview with Soft White Underbelly on YouTube, Tank revealed that he was sent to a juvenile detention center after being convicted of manslaughter at the age of 12. Manslaughter. Wow. Tank was a virgin until his release from custody at the age of 24 and set out to make the most of his extra organ after he obtained freedom. Women didn't believe it when I told them I had 2 dicks, but then I took them to the room and they'd see.
I wouldn't even go to the room. I'd show him a lot sooner than that.
He says, I know exactly. He said, when I was penetrating a woman, I would get a feeling, but one of my penises that's like to the side, so I guess it's side by side, felt like it was going to blow up, so he can ejaculate from both penises.
DP.
Well, listen to this.
Oh, sorry.
He revealed that some women enjoyed the feeling of both his penises inside them at the same time, including one lover who became hooked on the sensation. Tank claimed that she even started having threesomes after their breakup because a single penis was no longer enough. She wanted to be a porn star and she wanted us to do a video together. I probably could have made a lot of money doing that. He claimed it was too difficult to have sex with only one of his penises at a time, which is why he eventually went up and got one of them removed.
How do you have 2 penises and the best way you can put it to work is driving a truck?
I know, right?
Come on. You got 2 dicks and you're like, yeah, I should probably be a truck driver. No, dude. Swing them on camera. Like, get to work.
I know. I wonder if one was bigger and one was smaller, or if they were like
wonder if they
identical.
both suck.
Do you have fraternal or identical penises if you have the double penis?
Yeah. Are they Irish twins?
Exactly.
One doesn't look any like the other.
And they said they were kind of to the side, which I feel like it would have been better off if they were top bottom.
Yeah.
Because then he can go.
Yeah.
You know,
over under
2
shotgun.
holes, or it'd be easier to get them both in there at the
dude.
same time, right?
He must have done a lot of like scissoring, kind of.
Oh yeah, the
I bet he
little
did.
side saddle.
Dude, that DP, man. No, for real. Like, I could see, because all the fucking vibrators and shit, they got that little thumb
little butt
on the
plug.
front.
Yeah, little butt plug.
Yeah, they got that little, So you would think that's him. He's got it in the flesh, literally.
I wonder if he was like,
Grabby claw.
Yeah.
yeah.
The dog thumb.
I wonder if he can be like, hey, Doc, can you stack them up instead of remove one of them? Can you just like add one on to the other?
Can you just move it back 3 inches? I don't want it gone. I just want to I'm
reconfigure it.
remodeling my house.
Yeah. Yeah, I want you to put the support beam somewhere else.
Yeah, I want the garage on the side now. That's all. I just I'm gonna move the driveway.
Dude, I wonder how much money he could have made on OnlyFans. I mean, he's an ugly guy. Look at him. He's a fat
pretty
slob.
bad.
But and he's also a convicted fucking murderer or manslaughter.
Yeah. Oh, manslaughter.
I mean, if he did 12 years from the age of 12 to 24, that manslaughter was probably a vicious murder.
How many guys in prison had thoughts on how that was? You show up to prison with 2 dicks?
Yeah, I wonder how that went. The shower, they were like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
Like,
did they leave him alone? Like, I don't even want to catch that. That's bizarre.
catch that.
How about it said doctors believe that under 1,000. How many under? Like, there are 900 guys walking around the United States with 2 dicks.
How is one of these other guys not doing porn now?
None of them?
You look it up, 2 dicks in porn?
Are they all truck drivers and waiters and fucking dude, put your dicks to work. You have 2 of them.
I also want to know the chick that couldn't get enough, that she had, like, can only sleep with 2 men at a time now.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a tank skank.
I know.
That was what
Which
she
is
became.
funny, too, because the double penetration, given that they were side by side, I imagine it wasn't like 2 different holes.
Yeah.
It was double penny
No,
in the
yeah.
same
She
hole,
had to get
right?
opened up.
Yeah.
You needed forceps to get in on some of that, bro. You got to start that with all four.
Oh, what do you got there?
I don't know if I want to click to see it. It's
I do.
blurred out.
I think I want to see it.
Dude, how about also when he was about
it's
to
text.
when he was about to ejaculate on the dick, he was his primary dick, his master dick.
His main dick.
Yeah, his fucking side dick felt like it was gonna explode.
Well, some would come out of that too, which
That's
is kind of funny because he could do a cream pie and
Yeah.
come on your stomach at the
Yeah,
same time.
jelly
What in
donut.
the world is that?
That can't be real.
That looks fake as
Those
shit.
are two hogs.
That looks fake.
It
and it
is.
also has 4 balls. That looks fake as shit. That looks fake as shit.
And they're both 8 and plus.
soft. Yeah, right.
Soft. yeah, right. That's, I
That
got
looks fake. Give me a real one, Mike Nell.
I want to see a real
Enough of this
double dick.
CGI internet bullshit.
Dude, what kind of nicknames?
That's what AI is doing there. They're putting 2 dicks and 4 balls on dudes.
Dude, you remember when you're like a kid and you're like, you didn't know that everyone jerks off yet? You're like 10, 11 years old. You're like, they're just still weird. How weird must it have been to be like, I wonder if everyone has 2 dicks?
Oh, yeah.
Is
if you didn't
everyone
know?
like when
Is everyone
he's
like-
growing up? You know what I mean? Were
when
his
did-
parents like, hey, you should know?
When did he find out that
That
he
not
Pretty sure his dad
everybody-
lets him know pretty soon. All right? Single mom.
Yeah.
single? Yeah, right.
How does a single mom break it to a double dick?
Also, that must be a really dangerous surgery to remove a penis.
Dude.
I mean, like, even if you have another penis, that's got to be
Why?
major surgery.
I would be afraid you could risk the primary dick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it works and it's not causing a problem, just go with it.
Why? Why would you remove it?
Yeah.
What's really the issue? It's not like an extra toe. You got to buy weird shoes. It fits in your fucking underwear.
It's
Move
an awkward
on,
conversation
cowboy.
you got to have every time, I
Yeah.
think. I don't think you can just get it out in front of the chick for the first time without knowing.
You
Yeah.
got to be like, hey, listen.
There's a question for the ladies on the listen to the podcast. Would you be turned off if a dude whipped out 2 dicks, or would you be like, you know what? I'll give it a whirl, because you don't have to use both. You only have to use one.
Yeah.
But you have a backup dick if you want an extra dick. Right?
You think a decent girl gives a reach around to the other dick when she's blowing you?
I think a good girl, certainly the kind of girl you want to marry if you got 2 dicks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You marry the girl who likes to get double stuffed like an Oreo, not the one who only wants one.
Well, you're a special kind of guy. You're a niche guy. You're gonna need a chick who can handle.
Yeah, but there's a guy that should be celebrated for not doing shit with his life, right? We're celebrating some of these other people for not doing
Victims.
shit. Oh, I have 2. Oh, yeah, that's right. We talked about the 2 vagina lady.
No.
Yes.
Now this I don't understand.
Yes, I talked about this like 2 months ago. That guy Tank should hook up with the 2 vagina lady.
Yes, 100%.
Where's that fucking?
I want to
OnlyFans
watch
account?
that video. I want to watch that. 2 dicks and 2 pussies with 2 people total.
Yeah, and I think
Fuck yeah.
hers were side by side as well, so it
Dude.
fits.
Yeah.
It's not a square peg in a round hole. It's
Oh
fucking.
my god! And they would just like rub against.
And
each
she has
other.
2 uteruses, so he could theoretically get her pregnant twice at once.
So could his brother.
So it was funny though, because I remember this article. She said I used one for my husband and one for my OnlyFans. It's like, what?
Oh.
What?
Yeah. What do you fucking put a little drapery over the other?
Yeah,
one?
I'm sure her husband still feels real special.
Dude, how about that guy? I didn't get the whole story. Some guy bought his wife a Lambo because she was a porn star and she got fucking dicked down by some massive black guy who was also in porn. This like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, is this Adam 22 and what's her name?
Yeah.
Lena the butt plug or whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah.
I mean, those 2 are 100% just straight up fucking media whores.
Anything.
I don't think they're all this. Yeah, I'm sure you can let anybody fuck his wife for the amount of money that he's basically parking lot pimping her.
Yeah,
God knows how much she
yeah.
made for that OnlyFans hookup. And people are like, oh, he's such a cuck. I'm like, yeah, they probably made a deal that he gets
together.
half the fucking OnlyFans money. Like,
Wasn't
dude,
his ass.
You could keep my wife for $40 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking get rid of her. Like,
When you put it in perspective,
This is shit.
the dick didn't go in him. There it is. Dude, did you ever hear what Black China was making as her number one spot on
that.
OnlyFans?
What about the what's her name? The Cash Me Outside girl. She made like $200 million last year.
Dude, fucking Black China was making $20 million a month.
Well, that's
That's
thing,
a
man.
$250 million a year.
I know that's the thing.
Year.
I get it. Listen, it's just high class prostitution.
Sure.
But so good for you. Get the bag. But at some point, you have to have some personal integrity.
Well, and that was when she pulled
like this
it.
guy pimping his wife.
Yeah.
Is it's like all right, Adam, you're rich, but
Yeah.
everyone thinks you're a fucking jerk off.
Only if I had a real wife at home. You know what I mean? Like I would play this
that's
role.
my stage
I would
wife.
play this part and
Yeah.
let her get drilled. But you know,
Yeah,
like
right,
I'm not.
exactly.
I'd keep my nice sweet thing. you know?
Yeah. Although to his credit, I think the two of them have had a podcast for a few years now where they have female guests on and he gets to fuck them both.
Oh.
So he's probably like 50-1 in terms of the amount of girls he's fucked.
That's
versus-
exactly
yeah.
what it's
Yeah,
been. The
ratio comes into play.
Yeah. So it's like, all right,
Ratio.
you get one, whatever.
Yeah, but then she calls
And it's
fucking.
funny, they call him a cuck. It's like, yeah, he banged. He had like 40 threesomes with his
She
wife.
calls Debo over here to come. Like it was this guy's
Whatever.
massive.
They'll be divorced in fucking
Yeah.
15 months.
Yeah, they'll be
You know,
splitting
and they're
300
going to be
mil.
splitting these fat checks. I don't give a shit about these two
cares?
monsters. That's the other thing too. These two assholes.
Monsters.
I mean, listen. Again, here are two people famous for having no fucking talent.
I've never heard of them
Like-
until this. I never heard of them until a black guy fucked his wife. That's how I know.
That's
him.
what I'm saying. That's
Ah,
what it takes to be famous this day and age. You just have to fuck someone on camera.
dude.
Yeah, and put it on YouTube.
Seems like you got to get married first, and that's pretty tough for me. So step one behind.
Yeah. It's not. It can't be wrong until it's right. So
Exactly.
fuck.
Oh, dude, this was fun, man.
Yeah. A lot
How
of
do people
fun.
find you?
They shouldn't. You know, you make a lot of bad decisions. You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that to yourself? It's not going to get good. No, if you want to laugh your ass off, Paul Roseberry Comedy, like we were saying earlier, Roseberry. You'll see it written. But if you think there's an N, like I said, I'll do your bar mitzvah. I don't give a shit. Instagram, Facebook, paulroseberry.com. If you want some dating coaching, what I really want, I want questions. I want people to send in their relationship questions. I'll answer them for free on my pod, my YouTube channel.
Whatever channel,
Yeah. And I'll answer them for free and anonymously, of course. I won't mention your names, but I just want to help people through scenarios because honestly, I think I could solve half of the relationship problems these days. I really could.
There's a lot of dating coaches out there that are real soft. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, not me.
That the woman is the earth, and you are to play her instrument.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
They're
that's called a recurring customer.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You
called pandering, and Paul doesn't do it.
No, you'll fucking win. You know what I mean? Like you'll win, and she'll love you for it. So she'll win, and then I'll be out of having you as a client.
A little honesty never hurt.
Come
in
on,
the coaching arena.
we're only gonna meet a few times because I make it concise. I get to the fucking point.
Yeah.
I have it down to a process,
Okay.
so I can teach analytics. I don't want it to be a guessing game every time.
Yeah, smart.
So anyway, yeah.
But
I'm
thanks
around.
for listening, guys. As always, you can find my dates at jeffdye.com. All my road dates at jeffdye.com. Obviously, follow me on Instagram at Randy Valerio, TikTok, all that shit. Follow the podcast on YouTube, please. Get those numbers up. Keep subscribing, keep reviewing, keep rating the podcast. We love you guys. Thanks so much. Check you next week. Peace.